If your energy has been low, or you've been feeling foggy, tired, or just not quite yourself, that's your body letting you know something's out of balance. And that's actually helpful. Your body is always working, always responding, and these changes are signals, not random, not just you, and not a personal failing. What I want to do is walk you through a simple way of understanding what's happening, so it starts to make sense, and you can support your body with confidence. Your energy, your sleep, your hormones, they're all connected and working together every moment of the day. So when something shifts in one area, you'll often feel it in others too. That's why low energy rarely shows up on its own. It often comes with brain fog, poor sleep, or just feeling off in a way you can't quite explain. What we're going to do is look at how this whole system works, so you can start to understand what your body is trying to tell you. I want to show you a simple way of understanding what's happening. You can think of it like a pathway. We start with how the body is designed, then how it functions when everything is working well. From there, we look at what happens when things become disrupted, and how that shows up as symptoms. Then we explore how to support the body, and what might be getting in the way. We're going to walk through this step by step, so it feels clear and easy to follow. So let's start at the beginning. Your body is set up to produce energy all the time. Every cell is active, working quietly in the background, producing what you need to think, move, breathe, and repair. This is happening continuously. It's not something you have to create, it's something your body is already doing. And it does it in a very ordered and coordinated way. So once we understand that your body is producing energy, the next step is to understand how that happens. Inside your cells, your body is constantly taking in fuel, from the food you eat and the air you breathe, and turning that into usable energy. This is a continuous process. It's happening all the time, without you needing to think about it. Your body takes what it's given, and uses it to keep everything running. Inside your cells, this process happens in a series of steps. You might hear it called the Krebs cycle or the citric acid cycle. But what matters is this. Your body takes what you breathe in, and what you eat, and moves it through a series of small, connected steps to produce energy. Each step builds on the one before it. Nothing is random, nothing is wasted, it's a very ordered and efficient process, and it's happening all the time. Your body doesn't just work step by step, it also works in a rhythm. Over a 24-hour period, your energy rises and falls, your hormones shift, and your body moves through natural cycles of activity and rest. This daily rhythm, often called your circadian rhythm, though you don't need to remember that term, is your body adjusting what it's doing, when to be alert, when to wind down, and when to repair. This rhythm is happening in every cell, and it's influenced by light and darkness. During the day, your body is set up for activity, and at night it shifts into rest and recovery. When this pattern is supported, things feel more stable, predictable, and more balanced. As your body moves through the day, it uses signals to guide what happens next. These signals are called hormones. They help regulate things like your energy, your sleep, and how alert or relaxed you feel. Your body is constantly sending signals. Feelings like hunger, tiredness, focus, or even restlessness are all ways your body communicates what it needs. These signals are not problems, they're information. They're your body's way of guiding you toward balance. Some signals help you feel awake and ready for the day, while others help your body wind down and move into rest. When these signals are working in balance, your energy tends to feel more steady and predictable, and when you understand them, they start to make sense. When this system is working well, everything flows. But there are times when it comes under strain. This can happen when the body isn't getting what it needs, or when it's dealing with things that interfere with how it works. Over time, that strain builds. When it does, the flow becomes less steady, and the body has to work harder just to keep things going. Energy production becomes less efficient, rhythms can shift, and signals can become less balanced. The system is still working, just not as smoothly as it was designed to. When the system is under strain, this is where you begin to notice it. You might feel more tired than usual, a bit foggy, not sleeping as well, or just not quite yourself. What you feel, the fatigue, the fog, the lack of energy, these are signals. They're not random, and they're not a failure. They're your body's way of showing you that something in the system needs attention and support. When you understand that, it changes how you respond. As you understand how the system works, the next step is support. Your body responds to support. It responds to what it's given. When you begin to give it what it needs, it starts to adjust. It starts to work more efficiently again. It doesn't happen all at once, but it does happen. Step by step, your system begins to rebalance. Things like sunlight, fresh air, water, food, rest, and movement all play a part. These are simple, but they are powerful. They give your body what it needs to function well. Support doesn't have to be complicated. Simple things make a difference, like sunlight, fresh air, water, nourishing food, rest, and movement. These are the things your body was designed to use, and when they're in place, the system works more smoothly. There are also things that can work against the system. Things that interfere with how the body produces energy, how it rests, and how it repairs. These can affect energy, rhythm, and balance. And often it's not just one thing, but a combination over time. When those things are present, the body has to work harder to maintain balance. Once you begin to understand what's happening, things start to make more sense. And that awareness is where change begins. Awareness is where things begin to change. When you understand what's happening, you start to see your body differently. Instead of feeling confused or frustrated, you begin to recognize the patterns. And that gives you a place to start. When you step back and look at the whole picture, it starts to come together. Now when you look back at the pathway, you can start to see how it all fits together. Your body is designed, it functions in a process, it follows a rhythm, and it responds to what you give it. Nothing is random, it's all connected. Your body is responding. What you're experiencing is not random. Even when it doesn't feel like it, your body is still working, still adjusting, still trying to restore balance. What you feel is part of that response. Your body is responding to what it's been given. And when you begin to make small daily changes, your body responds to those too, often more quickly than you expect. That means change is possible. Small steps make a difference. You don't have to change everything at once. When you begin to support your body in small, consistent ways, those changes build over time. Small, consistent steps begin to shift the system. And over time, those changes add up. The system begins to shift. Your body is designed to work well. When it's supported, it responds. And that's where steady, lasting change begins. You don't have to figure this out on your own. There is a clear path forward, and there is support available. You've seen how the body works, how it responds, and how small steps begin to shift the system. If you're at the point where you can recognize that smoking has been putting strain on your body, and you'd like support to begin undoing that, there is a clear, gentle path forward. You don't have to do this alone. You don't have to figure it out on your own. You can watch the next video, and you can download the free guide that walks you through how to support your body as it repairs. When you're ready, QuitStrong is here to help you take your next step. If you want the free guide that goes with this, the link is in the description.